Hey viewers, welcome to Weird Astrology once again. And it's been a long time that I've not posted a video. It's been a week. Yes, I've been traveling and stuff, so could not. So yes, talking about Venus today. You all are waiting for the love readings. I know the Venus, planet of love and luxury, has transited, I think, by the time I post this video, to the sign of Leo, from the emotional sign, watery sign of Cancer. Well, I'll be giving you the dates, but before I start this video, I just wanted to tell you all that I do take up the love readings. I do the love readings. When I look into the horoscope, I take extensively, I look into the love life of yours, romantic partner that you're heading to, whether there is romance in your life, spice in your life or not. All that I see from the horoscope. And not just that, I also see the marriage prospects, whether the marriage is in at your with the person at the surrounding your place of birth, or it is the partner is from somewhere overseas. All those readings I take up. And of course, if there is anything related to your divorce or something you're heading to, all that can be seen from the personal chart. So all that reading I do. So you can book a reading with me anytime you wish to, and I'm a very nominal astrologer, as the ones who are already seeking advice from me, they know. So you will know, my team will get back to you at the earliest. We don't prolong, we don't delay so much. We just get in touch with you people real quick. Okay, so now we know that we all have the second house and the seventh house in our chart. We all have Venus in our chart as well. So what is the position of your second house and your seventh house? So the people around you, they all love you. So do they love you or they don't? That is seen from the seventh house, of course. Family members, wealth, second house. So Venus denotes so much. And where it is posited, where it is aspecting, all that also has to be seen in your personal chart. Then we should see whether there is the dasha of that particular planet, that is Venus. Dasha, Mahadasha, Antardasha, Pratyantardasha, because Venus stays in a sign for approximately 45 days. So we must see that why we are not getting results, or why we are getting results of Venus, because there must be some connection with Venus in your dasha. Then comes the transit. So these are very general readings that I'll be giving for all the 12 ascendants. Maybe I have used signs in between. It could be that, if it is matching more, sign or ascendant. You see, I take Lagna, I see the ascendant. But in case I speak sometimes sign, so please don't take it literally. It can be that your moon sign, where your moon is posited or your sun is posited, also matches more with the readings. So see that also. So whichever is giving you better results, you should stick to that. That means that particular zone is actually more result giving than the other. Okay, so that is something that I wanted to say. Now, this Venus is going to be transiting into the sign of Leo from the 16th of August 2019 around 8:30 p.m. IST, and will be there till the 10th of September 2019, approximately 1:30 a.m. IST. Okay, so now this Venus is going to be, is still combust. If it is in Cancer, it was combust, and now in the sign of Leo, it is going to be combust. So I'll be telling you whether this combustion is good or not. Please stay tuned. You must listen to this summary, the initial part when I give the commentary, because you will come to know what exactly are we all heading to in general. Okay, on the mundane level, on the personal level, what exactly are we all heading to? And then will come the reading, the love reading that I will be giving. Okay, so now we know Venus is a watery planet. It is going to a fiery sign owned by Leo, Surya. Okay, Mars is already there. Now, one thing I must clarify, that Venus is a watery planet, but it is not as Moon is. Moon is cool water, but Venus is a volcanic water. It's a boiling water. So it causes more injury than any other planet. because it is piping hot water. Now, this hot planet, this watery hot planet is going to go into the sign which is fiery again. It is going to be joining the fiery planet Mars, fiery planet Surya. And in the initial days, that is till the 20th, approximately around 20th, it will be in Aries Navmansha also, which is owned by again Mars. So can you see how much of highly inflammable energy is coming our way? This is the actually highly inflammable energy, because, you know, Venus represents female. So female energy could be reactive, could be impulsive, could be too much of passion. So that is something which this Venus represents. So it depends upon your personal chart, that how it is, you know, it varies. A female can be too reactive, a female can be less reactive also, but it involves that female energy. Venus is the female energy, so it could be too much of reactive energy there. So with Venus coming into the sign, the passion is going to be with so much of fiery energy around. There could be too much of passion, too much of romance, too much of sexual drive, which is going to be involved. With Mars also coming to play, you know, here. So we have to see whether this energy can be tamed or not, because we are not animals. So with so much of freedom, with so much of outburst of energy, of passion, as it is fifth house, we all know is the house of romance, house of house of love, house of speculation. So this is something that we are, you know, getting into a gamble also, because there's always a chance of gambling, you know, in love also. You don't never know how the other person is going to be. So when it comes to love, you would agree that this is the most speculative bet of all. During this time, this is going to be, maybe there are more crushes, there are more passionate relationships involved during this time. There are more of because it's a house of progeny also. So until unless there are two energies coming together, how can the progeny happen? So fifth house in the natural zodiac is also very important for getting, and this is the fifth sign of the natural zodiac, Leo. So there is a lot of energy involved here. So with the Venus going there, it is getting combust. Venus getting combust is considered a good phenomena here. Otherwise, the energy will be haywire. People will go, there will be a lot of ruckus. There will be a lot of outburst of energy. So to tame that energy, Sun is coming to control, the restrictive Sun. That is why Sun is considered a restrictive planet, because Sun is going to restrict the wrongdoings. Okay, so wrongdoings means people might just go haywire. So to control this, combustion was required. At the right time, this is happening. Can you see? Everything is so well meticulously planned in the universe. So this is a beautiful phenomena which is occurring. The energy which is too much, which is bringing too much of passion in one's life, too much of sexual drive in one's life, is being tamed by this Sun. So that is something which is going to happen during this stay of Venus in Leo sign. So that's something that I wanted to say first. And now one more thing I want to say. So on the mundane level, it is going to be a good transit because there is a lot of authority that females will be getting. So it is a good transit because Sun and Venus are going to be co-joining each other. So it is going to give elevation to the female sector even more. So the authority figures will be in the female sector, like maybe in the film industry or in the artistic world, wherever you see Venus, Venetian, maybe some fashion designers, painters or stuff. So the female counterparts will get more, will be on the limelight during this time. So now I'm not wasting more time of yours, moving on to the first sign, that is Aries, and then I'll be taking all the ascendants, their love readings, what exactly is coming your way. So for Aries, this is happening as it is in your fifth house, being the lord of the seventh and the second. So this tells us about this will give you some kind of elevation in the romantic you know, you, if you are, your children will do well, you will be heading to progeny. If you are planning for family, you know, enhancement, so you can increase your family during this time. But it is, you can go overboard in getting involved with your you know, the physically you will get hyperactive. You would want to be involved in physical acts even more during this time, because Venus gets exalted in the 12th house here. So that is something. And the lord of the 12th is in the 8th house, so there can be some kind of scandals that you can get involved in. So you be careful, because Venus is combust. So that can cause some kind of restriction, at the same time some kind of um, getting caught in these kind of illicit relationship or some extramarital relationships if you're involved in. So that is something that Venus can in transiting in this sign of romance and luxury and the creativity, you know, the sign here, Venus will be little uncomfortable. So maybe, you know, you are already have involved in some romantic associations and you are getting some kind of you know, disconnection there. So in case you are already in a relationship or you're married, so this is the right time to get involved with you know, the with the person, with that if you're far away from that person, so you can get involved and create you know, procreate. So this is the right time for progeny. All right. And as it is, you know, we are heading to Janmashtami also, so that is something that, you know, you can, if you are having some issues in childbirth, so you can get into a childbirth process right now. Coming to Taurus. So for Taurus, this is happening in your, this transit is happening in your 4th house. So 4th house has Venus, Mars, Sun, and Mercury will also be joining there. So you have a lot of energy in towards a home front. So you will be having some kind of child, you know, some childhood day friend, you know, which is coming to your life. Maybe you will be getting involved with that person, you know, you will have a lot of you will spend more time with your people around. So it is a very you know, because it has gone to the 12th house from the 5th. So there can be some overseas connection, you know, maybe you will have somebody at your workspace, at your workplace, who will get involved with you. You will get involved with that person. So be careful, because it can give you some your reputation can be at stake. So be watchful about those kind of relationships if you are involved with somebody there. See, it is I'm not giving you the it's good for wealth, it is good for vehicle, it is good for all those areas, but being this only, I can give you all the readings, but you know, it is, I'm restricting to only love readings, because I make so many videos. You can just go back and see, you will get to know what exactly is coming the way through those videos, apart from just love relationships. So you must take care of your you know, it is something which is going to enhance your happiness in one way. But you know, because it is gone to the 12th house from the 4th, which 5th, because it is like, you know, taking away that romance spice from your life. So you have to be really careful with that. Otherwise it is going to be a good transit overall, a good transit for the rest of the material things, I would say. So coming to the next sign, that is Gemini. For Gemini, this is happening in your 3rd house. When Venus is transiting your 3rd house, it will enhance maybe some relationship with your neighbors. If you have somebody, you know, who you are involved with in the neighborhood, so this is the time to propose, this is the time to get involved with that person in a very stabilized manner. So you see, the energy is pretty high on the physical plane. So you have to see where you can tame that energy and restrict yourself, because Sun as it is will be coming and restricting it. So that energy will be, you're maybe too fearless. You're thinking, okay, no problem, we can go ahead with and do things, you know, anything can can be done. You're too open and too you're too involved in a relationship openly, so you will be you can get caught, you can the reputation can be at stake. So maybe some creative, you know, you are thinking of you're being creative in your sexual acts, so you, that can enhance. But you know, you if are not in a good relationship, in a you know, stable relationship, this can lead to reputation at stake. So maybe you will get caught, or maybe, you know, you will get some kind of, because you know, you're fearless here. In the third house, Mars is also there, so you're fearless, so you're thinking that okay, nothing can harm us. But you know, there is something that can, if you have a hidden relationship, so there can be some issues there. So you have to draw a line, you have to have boundaries. You know, you will enjoy marital bliss, you will have good love life, you will have, if you are in a stable relationship, this is a very good time for the partner, for your relationship with the partner. If you are not having any good relationship, good chemistry till now, so this will be a good time for doing so. Okay. Now for Cancer people, this is happening in your second house. So you will have somebody from your family, that your family, as in like somebody known to the family, you know, you're getting involved with. So there can be some kind of a love relationship that can happen, and you can get, or maybe if you are already in a married relationship, you're heading to progeny. You will have a childbirth in the family. So if that is something, or maybe there will be good time that you will be having physically, you know, involved with the person around you. So this is a good time for you. And in case you are, you know, it is good for wealth generation also, actually, this transit. But sticking to the just to the love reading, because the caption is such that, you know, I have to stick to the love reading, because I make so many videos. You can go back and see the rest of the videos where, you know, so many things I say about your wealth and etc. So there can be some marriage ceremony also, kind of a thing. You know, maybe your marriage can be fixed during this time. So there is a new guest coming in, like your new love partner who's coming into your life. So this is a very good transit for you, I would say. So don't get distracted, be calm, be composed to look for a right kind of a partner, rather than, you know, just going in a free flow manner. As I said initially, you know, you should just go back and hear that commentary where I said that, you know, just don't go haywire in a relationship. Now, when Venus is for Leo, Venus is transiting in your Lagna. It is the first house, is the Tanu Bhav, as we say. So this is the time when you can, you know, your aura will enhance. People will get attracted to you. So you will have somebody coming to your, you know, somebody getting attracted towards you, and you can, but you know, for serious matters, you should seek advice, because your reputation can be at stake. Because it is the Surya which is also going to be transiting with Venus, right, in the first house. So that can, you know, tame the Venetian energy. But with your partner, if you're already in a relationship, or you are in a romantic relationship, or with your partner, you will have good physical chemistry, which will be forming during this time, post 16th till at least the 10th of September. So you have a very good time. You will be having a good time. The marital life will be on the improvement side. You will have all the disputes sorted during this transit, because Surya and Venus together will, and Mars also together there, you are reframing that energy, the physical desires, but at the same time you are sorting things out. So it's a very good transit for the Leos, because Leo people, provided your Surya is well placed, your Venus is well placed in the natal chart also. So for that, you have to take a personal reading from astrologer of your choice. All right, so that is something that you will be, people will get attracted to you. Undoubtedly, people will get attracted to you. The other, opposite gender, they will get attracted to you. So there are chances of getting involved in a relationship. Okay, if you are not in a relationship, so you will be in getting somebody soon in your life. So that is something which will happen for Leo. Now coming to Virgo. So for Virgo, this is happening in your 12th house. So 12th house, actually Venus exalts in the natural zodiac. If you see, Venus gets exalted there. So being there, you know what is happening here. Of course, Venus will be transiting through the three nakshatras also in Leo. It will be transiting Ketu, Venus, and Surya nakshatra. So when it is in Venus nakshatra, for you things will be better, because Venus is the lord of for you is the lord of the second also. So it will be good for you if you can tame that energy. Maybe somebody from overseas will come your way. Okay, so it is likely that you will get involved with somebody from overseas. Somebody will because it's a lot of the ninth also, so you will get involved with somebody from overseas. You will get too much of attention in your in your love life. You will get too much of bed pleasures. That house is getting activated right now, so you will have a comfortable sexual, or maybe you will be having sensual thoughts, a lot of sensual thoughts. So that can lead to some kind of more inclination towards those activities. You will get involved in some kind of acts related to these. So you will spend more time thinking on frivolous issues. The mind is like, it's running here and there for you. So you're thinking about maybe sex, and you're thinking, you have that desire, too much of desire. So that will be there, and it can get fulfilled. Of course, somebody will come into your life. You will have um, somebody from overseas, especially. I'm repeatedly saying somebody from the away from your place of birth. You can say that also. So there can be some long distance travel, and you meet somebody, that can also happen. So that's something for Virgos. Now coming to Libra. For Libra, this is happening in your 11th house. Okay. So for 11th house, you know what happens? You might get involved with your friends. The sexual act can happen with one of your friends, because, or somebody known in your own circle, somebody who is there already in your life. Somebody known, you can get involved with somebody known, because it is your Lagna lord which is going to the 11th house, transiting the 11th house. So during this time, you will get involved with your friends, or with your some social circle that you are involved with, you're moving around with. Okay, it will give you a lot of creative energy in the sexual act. You have a lot of creative energy, a lot of passion during this time. So that the desire fulfillment phase you're heading to, the desires are going to get fulfilled. Okay, so with sun coming there, it is just trying to tame that overindulgence. There can be overindulgence, but sun being there, that overindulgence is being restricted. That's something which is very, very good for you. So in case you are waiting for somebody, so somebody is going to be there for you soon. It's a good time for the ones who are already married, who are already in a relationship. It's a good time. It's a good time for getting involved in the physical acts, getting involved in the physical desire fulfillment. So this is going to be a very good transit for you, but health-wise, it's not. I just wanted to speak about the love reading, so I did not speak about all those things. But yes, for health, little bit here and there can happen. Now coming to the sign Scorpio. So for Scorpio, this is going to be in your 10th house zone. So there can be some involvement of a female counterpart, or somebody, at your place of work, you are going to get involved with, irrespective of the gender, of course, because Venus is the planet of love and romance. So you can get involved with somebody at the place of work. So it is going to be very, because it's a karma bhava, it is the house of profession. So you can have some creative energy there, or maybe somebody else would help you get those creative energies enhanced within you, which are hidden. Okay, so your level is going to increase that way, and you are going to get stable in your relationship now. If you already are in a relationship with somebody, you will maybe propose that person, or you will maybe get more inclined towards that person, or that person will get inclined towards you more, or there will be some kind of a merger or a collaboration, which is which is going to take you one up level. So that's something that you will be getting involved with that person on a very different plane now. That chemistry is going above the level you are right now. It's going to be ahead. So that's something, but you don't have to be unethical. Be careful about that. Reputation can be at stake with Surya also coming there. So you have to be really, really, because Venus is there, obviously. So you have to be little extra careful with your activities, with your physical acts. If you are getting involved in it, it could be scandalous, and you can, that can come to the limelight. So you have to be really, really careful with that. Now, this is the Bhagyasthana for Sagittarius, where Venus is going to be transiting. So somebody from overseas can, you can meet, or the luck from overseas, or maybe you will be getting married. Your marriage is fixed somewhere else from your place of birth. The spouse is from somewhere else. So the Bhagya Uday is on the go right now. So from the 5th, it is the 5th house where Venus is transiting. So you will have somebody, you will meet romantically, some romantic association, and then you will get involved in that culmination of a marriage or a stable relationship you're heading to. So that is something that which you are heading to. Your luck is in your favor right now. So the romantic you is going to get more, charged up, and the passion is going to get charged up, and you're going to get somebody of your taste, of your liking, of your choice. Okay, so that is something. And if you are having some problems with your partner already, with Rahu in the 7th house, so that will start getting on the improving side during this transit, because it is going to be a better transit for you. It is heading to a good chemistry with your partner. So things will get sorted. Things are going to get sorted. Saturn is also in the Venus nakshatra, not to forget that. So it is going to be a better transit for you, with the Venus also transiting in the trine from the Saturn. So it is going to help you carry out your relationship to another level. So that's something which you're heading to. So good for you. It's a good transit for you, I would say. Now coming to the Capricorn sign. For Capricorn, this is happening in your 8th house. So 8th house is actually the house which is a very deep house, which is there's a lot of sexual desire, sexual energy involved. So it denotes some kind of sudden incident. So sudden scandalous incident, some secret hidden relationship can come to the limelight. So you have to be really, really careful if you are already involved in some extramarital relationship, or some kind of a relationship which is hidden. It can be before marriage, it can be after marriage also. So you have to be careful. You can get involved, or you can get trapped, or maybe that person is trying to trap you. You have to be really careful with this. Thankfully, Sun is there. So you know that Sun is a controlling sun. So it will actually help you come out of this mess if you get caught. With your spouse, this is a good relationship you're heading to. You will have some kind of a chemistry which is on the improving side. You will have improvement in your relationship, but getting involved in a new relationship is a big no-no for you. I would suggest that don't get into the materialistic pleasures, or the sexual pleasures. Rather than doing that, get into a stable relationship. It will be helpful. Okay, those sensual thoughts that you're getting, they are not going to get fulfilled. The desire is not going to get fulfilled during this time. So be careful about all those things, getting involved into some kind of, maybe some workplace. At a workplace, you're having somebody, you're getting involved with. So that can create obstacles. All right. So now coming to the second last sign, that is Aquarius. So for Aquarius, this is happening in your 7th house. So 7th house is the house where Venus sits, and it is considered Karko Bhavashai. So, but I still feel that it is very good for the marriage if you are thinking of getting involved in a stable relationship in future. So this is the right transit for you. Get involved in that, get stabilized, get stability call for stability in your life. So your spouse is going to flourish. Your relationship with your spouse is going to get better. It's an auspicious transit with Surya also in the 7th house. So it is going to give you a lot of um, uh, satisfaction in your marital life. So utilize this transit, and with Rahu in the 5th house, it's better that you avoid some kind of a romantic relationship, initiation of a new relationship if you can. There is a sense of harmony with Venus in the 7th house. It is very good for you, but at the same time with Rahu in the 5th house, it gives some kind of dissatisfaction, some kind of confusion in your life. Okay, whether I should go ahead with this person or not. That is there, so that will be there in you. So you have to actually just pick and choose. You have to be selective in your thoughts, the sensual thoughts that you're getting. So you have to be really careful that you're longing for a union with your partner. You're longing for that union with your romantic partner. So be careful. You should be careful with that, because Rahu is there. It gives illusion, it gives confusion, it gives scandals. So you have to be careful. Respect the feelings of the person that you love. Love that person. Reciprocate the love. Okay, so that there is only positive energy there rather than the dissatisfaction in a relationship. So that is something that you have to be really careful about. Coming to the last sign, that is Pisces. So for Pisces, this is happening in your 6th house. So 6th house is the house of enemies. Okay, so maybe your enmity with the person you are already involved with. You're involved as in you're having enmity, or maybe you are having your ex-girlfriend coming into your life, back to you. The ex-girlfriend becomes enemy, or the ex-boyfriend becomes the enemy to you. So it's the Shatru Bhav, right? So when Venus goes there, so all those relationships get revived. Maybe that enmity ends. Your enmity with that person you're involved with comes to an end and gets resolved. Okay, so you are having no competition feeling. You are having sweetness in your life. You will feel that, okay, let me just put an end to the disputes and just start afresh. So you are going to start afresh with your it's an auspicious planet, right? Whatever said and done, Venus is an auspicious planet going to the 6th house. So it will give you a lot of strength and energy to combat your enemies. So you will actually end all the wrong relationship or the misunderstandings, and you will start afresh. So it will be good for you to start a favorable relationship with your spouse, or with your, see, for the spouse it is gone to the 12th house from there. So the physical pleasures will give you a lot of satisfaction there. So you will have a lot of physical relationship, and you will have a lot of inclination towards sensuality also. Or maybe you will become this will heal you. So see, when you have physical desires, they need to be fulfilled, because then if they are suppressed, that also gives a lot of health issues. So you must involve yourself thoroughly in the passionate or the desirous that you should fulfill that during this time. Don't have that ego clash coming in between your relationship with your spouse, or with your romantic partner, or with your any relationship you are involved in. So new relationship starts when this transit is happening in your 6th house, if you are thinking of or you're waiting for a partner. So this is going to be a very good transit for you, nothing to worry. Overall, a very good transit. Venus going to Leo is a good transit as it is. So that's what I wanted to say, and I hope you all enjoyed this reading. So stay blessed. For personal reading, you can always book. Thank you so much. Om Tat Sat.